Hey guys, what's going on? It's AvatarEvan here, and welcome to my first installment of how to get better at Call of Duty. In this section of this whole series I'm going to be doing here is going to be how to win more gunfights, and this will be part one. I'll have multiple parts of how to win more gunfights. This one's just basically going to be how to hold your controller, stuff you can improve on with just simple controller skills, I guess you could say. And I'm going to be discussing that in this video. But make sure you give it a like if you do want to see more of stuff like this, and suggest more stuff in the comments below. I always appreciate your input, and make sure to check out my Twitch. We'll probably be live, as you're seeing this, or at some point during the day today or tomorrow. We'll be live at twitch.tv/AvatarEvan. It gets wild in there, guys. You got to tune in and see it. All my gameplays get live, baby. And follow me on Twitter for all the updates on YouTube and Twitch. That's at AvatarEvan. You'll see that on the annotations and link in the description. Make sure you check those out. So anyway, here's my controller, guys. We got the Scuff 1 controller. And you can see right here I have a control freak. And that's one thing I want to just let you guys know of right now, is control freaks are very important to use. You don't have to use them per se, but they're very useful. And as you can see, I have a control freak right here. And then I have a regular joystick right here. And the reasoning for that is because this is the joystick you actually aim with. And so as you can see, if you look at it in that perspective, you can see that my control freak joystick is obviously like twice the length. And that helps me aim a lot better. Because when I'm holding my controller, I'll kind of put in this kind of perspective, and when I'm kind of aiming like that. And whenever I move my joystick, when I move it a little bit, it's more precise is what I'm trying to basically get at. It's more precise, and you don't need to be more precise with this joystick at all. So that's one thing. But one thing, if you take Call of Duty relatively seriously and you want to really get better, a great thing to do is purchase a Scuff controller. This is what I use right here. You don't need a Scuff controller. A lot of pros do not even use a Scuff controller. Well, most of them do. Probably, I'd say 90% of them do. And some even don't even use the paddle, so it's basically not a Scuff. But this is what a Scuff is right here. You can see paddles on the back. And basically when you're holding the controller, you're holding it just like I am right now. And you can see that my two middle fingers here are on the paddles. So instead of what people, without a Scuff do to jump shot, what they do right here is they'll hold their controller like this. And whenever they go to jump shot, they have to do this. So when they're jump shotting, they're in the middle of a gunfight, they cannot aim with this anymore. They have to take their thing off, click A, then go back. And you'll always notice when people sometimes choke gunfights because of that. You'll always notice that. But with when you have a Scuff, you can see it's lined up like this. Instead of doing that, you just take my middle finger right here, and you just click, boom, and you just work on that. That's one big thing. Another thing is making sure that you do prone as well. When you jump shot, you want to follow it up with a prone. A lot of times you jump, and maybe you want to prone right after. And I'll be going over a lot of this stuff in the other episodes. But yeah, so Scuff controller, control freak, two very important things. If you don't have control freaks, I suggest you try them out. You'll be on and off with them, I'm assuming, because that's what I was. And basically, I ordered my control freaks. I didn't use them for, well, I used them for like a week. I didn't really like them that much. Then I went off them for probably a couple months, probably more than a couple months actually. And then I put them back on. I've been using them for about a month now, and it's definitely improving your aim. It definitely does help, for me at least, and I would suggest you try it out. They're about $8 or so to purchase. I say it's worth it. Not that expensive. Scuff control, on the other hand, that's pretty expensive. But if you guys don't want to spend the money on the Scuff, I'm going to be showing you what you can do as well. So a strategy a lot of other players use is they hold their controller like a claw. And this is, you probably know of this already, but I'm going to be showing it right here. This is how you normally hold the controller right here. You hold it just like this. But people that play claw, they play like this. So as you can see, when you're playing claw, they have their, my headset just fell. They have their middle finger right on the trigger, right here. They have their middle finger on the trigger, and then they also got their index finger on the A button. So basically, they can keep their thumb on this this right joystick here, so they can always aim. And all they got to do is just tap their index finger, and boom, they click A, and they can also obviously move that over, click B, reload, and kind of go about all the buttons here and doing whatever they want to do. And this is used amongst competitive players as well as like trick shotters and stuff. It's really helpful. I've never tried it. I've never even wanted to get used to it. But you can definitely go about the method where you just click A to jump and stuff like that. That definitely does help. And if you want to go ahead and try out claw, I've never tried it, but if you want to try it, it's definitely helpful. And basically, if you can play claw, it's about as good as a Scuff. If you can you'll get used to it and everything, and you can do it effectively. It's pretty much just as good as a scuff, and it will save you about, you know, $160 or however much you're going to be spending on your scuff. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna suggest for you guys. Same goes for 360 if you're playing on 360. You know, Control Freaks, Scuff, they got them all for that. Claw, you can play on 360. All that, you know, PS3, PS4, everything's the same. That's why I made sure of that for this video. Everything's the same. That's pretty much it. And suggest what you want to see for the next episode of How to Win More Gunfights. This is just like basic controller stuff. I'll be getting more in depth in the other episodes. I'll be covering like how to aim better, all this kind of stuff. A lot of good stuff to come. Make sure you like the video, and tweet at me at AvatarEvan. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. And that's it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this awesome How to Get Better at Call of Duty series video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.